What is up, everybody? Hi, what's going on, guys? It's Centex here, and welcome back for part 2 of my Blender Unturned modeling series. So in the last part, I covered some basic commands, how to specifically manipulate objects into making models, and then we left off here. I gave you guys a few quick tips as to like some stuff you can do, just to make your models a bit easier to work with, and yeah, then we ended off. So, a few things specifically when it comes to texturing. When it comes to texturing, there's a variety of programs you can use. I personally use Photoshop, but back in the past, before I got Photoshop, believe it or not, I used to use MS Paint. The thing is, MS Paint is quite inefficient because the texture files you need to make are actually very small. The minimum texture file size you need to make for Unturned is a width of 4 pixels and a height of 2 pixels. Does not need to be big at all. And back when I was doing this in MS Paint, it used to be huge. The benefit to MS Paint, of course, is that if you make a texture file that's really big, you can then also use the text tool and also just type something in case you wanted some sort of inscription on the side of your gun, or something like, something of that kind of nature, that kind of style. Thing is, I don't recommend doing that for a mod just because of the fact that that increases the mod size exponentially, and it really adds up when you have multiple models. So specifically for this, I recommend you make a texture file that is minimum 4 by 2 pixels. 2 being the height, 4 being the width. So when it comes to modeling and getting your thing ready, again, use any program. GIMP is pretty good from what I hear, and it's free, but I'm using Photoshop, and yeah. Make sure your file is a PNG. You use any other file, but it becomes easier when you use a PNG, of course. So, few things. To get this ready, when it comes to your barrels, you want to do one thing specifically for any circular parts on your guns. You want to do what's called smooth lighting. So in this case, I selected all these surfaces, other than these ones and this one, and of course the one inside the gun. I selected all these surfaces, and now what I'm going to do is over here on the left hand side, there is a little window and a tab that says Shading UVs. You're going to take this, click Faces, and hit Smooth. Now of course this looks really weird, but as you can see, you no longer really see these edges. It gives it a circular look without having to increase the vertices, which therefore also increases the weird rendering. So, you do that. That's the first thing. Second thing, when it comes down to this, I also recommend you use Cycles Render. Use it. It will make your life a lot easier. So now, to get this ready, what you want to do is want to go over to this little tab. There's a few little bars here. Click on the circle that says Materials, New, and where it says Color, click on the little square beside it. Go over to Image Texture, open your file. Now before you go off and texture it, you want to also go to this tab underneath Color, and you want to hit Closest. I learned this from a friend actually. The reason that you want to do that is because sometimes your files, for some reason, they just mess themselves over, but this seems to, like when it comes to texturing, but this seems to fix the issue generally speaking. So yeah, but that's about it. So now what you want to do next is you want to come up to this top little tab here, click on it, go from default to compositing. Move this window up out of the way, you're not going to need it. Hit open at the bottom, go to your file, open up your texture, and you're going to have to zoom in. As you can see, it's 4 pixels big. You now want to select your whole gun by pressing A in edit mode, hit space, and type in Smart. The first thing that's going to pop up is UV Smart UV Project. Hit that, boom. Now when you hit tab, your items will pop up here. So, what I'm going to do, what I usually like to do is I like to select everything. When I'm over here in this part, click A, S. To move it around, you're going to want to select it, press G, and boom, move it just like that. So in this case specifically, the most of the bulk of the gun is going to be this darker color. The wood is going to be a different color. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the wooden stock by going on a line and clicking L. Once we have the wooden stock selected, press G, move it up here. Now of course there is also the matter of there is a rubber butt plate on it. Just select that, move it over into the dark texture in this case, and boom. The plum color is going to be for the magazine, as on the 20 round magazines on the, I think it's the 20 rounders, yeah, on the 20 round magazines on the VSS there are plum colored magazines. So you're going to want to select that. You're going to want to select that and add in this color. I'm just going to reduce magazine size a bit. Perfect. So you're going to want to take this, move it there. So now that's done. You're going to want to take your handguard, in this case, select your faces. Boom. There you go. Actually, come to think, probably could have just, come on. There you go. Boom. Press L on that, select it, move it over, set. So now, regarding a few other things, I'm going to want to select the bolt here. Whoops, that selected something weird. I want to select the bolt and the slide, of course. The bolt and the charging handle, move that over and out of there. And boom, that should be the majority of your gun actually. Just with a matter of a few colors. If something, we could potentially move these markings on the upper receiver, but yeah. Oops, just remembered something. Forgot to add in one little detail, so we're going to go back into compositing and I'm just going to quickly add this in. Since this is all already the same object, it will automatically apply the material to it. If you did this and made it a separate object, it would not apply it right off the bat. Just gonna add this little thing in here. This is how you get the dust cover off. So it's basically like a detent button. You move that in and boom. Go back into compositing. Gonna have to do a smart UV project on this one specifically. Just move it in there and you're set. So everything's done. To make sure that all your colors update, you want to just deselect everything. Go into default usually. I like to keep my default window as a window for this. Hit the little earth button in the top right tab over here. Click on this color. Move it all the way to white. Click off or just move your mouse out and you're set. Now when you're in your rendering mode, you have a few little options. You got bounding box, wireframe, I don't even know what bounding box is, wireframe and your solid. That's where you can swap from Z by pressing Z. If you hit texture, it drops in this weird little thing here. If you hit material, it shows a bit more. But now if you go into rendered mode, as you can see, your model fully rendered. So there you have it, folks. That's how you will texture the gun, and that's basically set. Slide is here. It's a little nub, but you know, it works. And yeah, there you have it. I went for a bit of a blue steel and a darker wood look. It's the purple magazine, of course, and yeah, there you guys have it. So, now this ain't the only thing. Your model is ready, but it's also not fully ready to be, well, just thrown into Unity and rigged up. First thing, you always want to save your file. So in this case, before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and save. Save this under my Blender file as the VSS. Now that it's saved, you have a few options. Generally speaking, from my preference, when it comes to exporting models and sending them over to people for them to be rigged in Unity, I like to go under Export, which is under File. Go here, hit wavefront.obj, and it turns it basically into a OBJ file. From there on, once you have your file, what you want to do is with your texture PNG and your OBJ, you want to zip it up into one folder, and then you could either A, use that and just rig it, or B, if you have someone doing Unity for you, send them that folder and they can take care of it for you. Anyhow, folks, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed these little micro series. Leave any comments below if you have any troubles, then I'd be glad to help you out. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe for more future content. Let me know what you guys think about the commentary stuff. Let me know what you guys think about that. And yeah, hope to see you guys soon. Anyways, take care, y'all. Y'all have a great day.